Hello, students. I hope all of you are doing well at your places. So, in today's session, we are starting with the second chapter from your supplementary book, The Thief's Story, and that's been penned down by Ruskin Bond. I hope you are familiar with the name Ruskin Bond, a very famous poet for the fictions. So, before starting the story, allow me to give you an introductory part to the story that what we are going to explore in this. So the story revolves around a thief, and his name is Hari Singh. And another character in the story is Anil, and Hari Singh planned to rob Anil, but that instance, as he tried to rob Anil, that changed his life from an from a thief to an being an honorable man. And what was that instance? What had happened that made Hari Singh change his mind, change his attitude? That we are going to explore in the story. Okay, let's start with the story. I was still a thief when I met Anil. Who is I over here? I is the narrator, the thief. I was still a thief when I met Anil. Who is Anil? Anil is the second character of the story. And when he met Anil, the thief, when he met Anil, he was still a thief. And though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful at hand. And the age of the thief was, age of the narrator was about 15 years. And he said, though I was at about the age of 15 years, but I was experienced in what? Experienced in theft, experienced in stealing, in robbing people, and fairly successful at hand. Fairly successful in hand means to be master of any particular action or an activity. And what activity or action, particular action, that's been talked by the narrator, of stealing people, of robbing people, of stealing from people. All right, and his age was about 15 years. Next one, Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25 years, a tall young fellow, and he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. Okay, as the thief, he looked Anil for the very first time. He was watching a wrestling match, and when he approached him, he was about 20. Okay, in these lines, the appearance of Anil, that's been discussed. He was about 25 years of age, and he was tall, he was lean, that means he was thin, and he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough for my purpose. What is the meaning of these lines? He looked easygoing and simple enough for my purpose, that he looked easy to be robbed. For my purpose, for getting robbed, he looked easy to Hari Singh, to the thief, to the narrator. Next is, I hadn't had much of luck late, and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. Okay, in these lines, the narrator had said that in the lately I hadn't had much of luck, because he hadn't been doing well in the robbing thing, and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. And looking the appearance of Anil, he thought that he is easygoing and he can gain the confidence of that young man. All right, next is, you look, and that's how Hari Singh, the thief, he started conversation. He tried to start a conversation to involve in Anil. And what he said, you look a bit of a wrestler yourself. I said, a little flattery helps in making friends. And he tried to be, you could say, friendly with Anil. And as Anil was watching the wrestling match, and he said that you look like a wrestler yourself. And in reply to that, what Anil had said, he said, so do you, he replied, which put me off. What is the meaning of put me off? That reply was a bit of a sarcasm, as a taunt to me. Why was that a sarcasm to him? because for a moment, because at that time I was rather thin. Okay, as the thief Hari Singh, he was about the age of 15 years, so he was very thin, and as Anil had tried to resemble him with the wrestler, so that was a sarcasm, that was a taunt to him. Next is, well, I said modestly, I do wrestle a bit, and to make that conversation a bit healthy, Hari Singh, the thief, he replied that, well, many of the times I do wrestling also. And after that, the conversation tried to take a flow. And Anil, he asked about his name, that what is your name? Anil said that, tell me what is your name? Hari Singh, I lied again. Okay, and that was the name the narrator, the thief, he had given to Anil about himself, that my name is Hari Singh, and that was surely a lie. I took a new name every month. That kept me ahead of the police and my former employers. Okay. And for every month, Hari Singh the thief had to change his name. What was the reason? Because changing name, it helped him to stay ahead of the police and his former employees he had worked for. After that, after this introduction, Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestlers who were grunting, lifting, and throwing each other about. I didn't have much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. Okay. And after that, the conversation started, and Anil talked about wrestlers a bit more. And as Anil tried to walk away, the narrator, the thief, Hari Singh, he followed him in a casual way because he wanted to rob him. Hello again, he said. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you. And as Anil saw Hari Singh following him, he said hello again. And Hari Singh, the thief, he gave him an appealing smile and he offered to work for him. But Anil had to say in reply to that I can't pay you. But Anil said that do not have money to pay you for your services. And that made Hari Singh change his mind. He thought that over again for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. And as Anil replied that I don't have much of money to pay you, I don't have money to offer you for your services, and that made Hari Singh the thief think again that hadn't he misjudged his man, he is not having any money, how he can work for him. After that, what happened? I asked, can you feed me? Can you cook? I can cook, I lied again. And to further the conversation, Hari Singh asked that can you feed me? I do not need any salary, any particular salary, just let me know, can you feed me? And in reply to that, Anil said, can you cook? And Hari Singh again lied that yes, I can cook, I can do the cooking thing. And after that, what Anil had to say about it, if you can cook, then maybe I can feed you. And Anil said that if you are going to cook, if you can cook, then there is something I can do for you, I can feed you. He took me to his room over the Jumna Street. Okay, this was the address where Anil was residing. Alright, he lived at Jumna Sweet Shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. And Anil took Hari Singh to his house. And where was his room? Over the Jumna Sweet Shop. And he told him that you could sleep in the balcony. Okay. But the meal I cooked that night must have been a terrible one, because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. And that particular night, when Anil had made supper, that would have been a terrible one. according to the narrator himself, because Anil had given that meal, given that dish, given that supper to the stray dogs. And he told me to be off, to go away, or to leave, or to go to sleep. But I was hung around, smiling in my most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. And Anil couldn't help laughing looking at the activities of Hari Singh. Whenever he used to do something wrong, Hari Singh always used to give his appealing smile so that to convince Anil, so might he not throw him away out of the house. Later he patted me. I hope you know the meaning of patted. Later he patted me on the head and said, never mind, he would teach me to cook also. And after that, after tasting that dish, he said that do not worry, I am going to teach you to cook also. He also taught me to write my name, and he said he would soon teach me to write the whole sentences as well as to add numbers. And that was then the story took a turn. Hari Singh, who is he over here? He is the Anil. Hari Singh changed his mind about Anil. What were the reasons for that? That the very first instance that we are going to read now. He also taught me to write my name, and he would soon teach me to make full sentences as well as to add numbers. So Anil tried to teach, tried to educate Hari Singh. I was grateful. I knew that once I had learnt to write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. And Hari Singh knew it very well that if I would ever learn or to write just like an any educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve in life. So Hari Singh knew the value of education, and Anil was trying to help him to achieve his goal. Next is, it was quite pleasant working for Anil. I made tea for the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit of about a rupee a day. Okay, so these were the activities. This was the activity, the daily schedule of Hari Singh. He used to make tea in the morning, then he would go to buy the groceries, the daily supplies, the grocery thing, the vegetables, and everything. And usually he used to make a profit about 1 rupee per day, and he used to charge 1 rupee more, and he never told Anil about it. Next one was, I think I I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he didn't seem to mind it at all. And that appeared, that looked to Hari Singh that Anil knew about his activity, about his you could say lying, but he never mind that, he never seemed to mind that all, because that was just a 1 rupee. Anil made money by fits and starts. What is the meaning of fits and starts? With irregular bursts of activity. He would borrow 1 week and lend the next week. Okay, Anil wasn't having any particular income source. He used to make money by fits and starts. He would lend money one day or 1 week, and he would borrow the very next week. And that's how the survival, the existence of Anil was going on so far. He wasn't having any particular income source. He kept worrying about his next check, but as soon as it arrived, he would go out and celebrate. It seems he wrote for magazines, a queer way to make a living. Okay. Anil hadn't any particular income source, but it seemed that he was some sort of a writer, because it seemed to Hari Singh that he wrote for magazines, and he kept worrying about his check, But as soon as the check arrived, he would go out and celebrate with his friends. He would celebrate along with his friends, so he didn't worried much about the money. One evening, he came home with a small bundle of notes saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night, I saw him tuck the money under the mattress. And one particular evening, what happened? Who is he? He is Anil. Anil came home with a whole bundle of notes and he said that he had sold a book to a publisher, that I had sold up. That was the reason for that money Anil gave to Hari Singh, that I have sold my book to one of a publisher. And at that night, Hari Singh, who is I over here, he is Hari Singh. Hari Singh saw him tuck the money under the mattress, and Hari Singh saw him placing a whole bundle of money under a mattress. Next is, I had been working for Anil for almost a month now, and apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. Now, it's been about a month. Hari Singh had been working for Anil. He used to buy groceries, making tea, and he had not done anything in my line of, what is the meaning of in my line of work? In my line of work means robbing. He hadn't done any particular thing related to robbing, except what he has been doing. He had been cheating for about 1 rupee or 2 rupees in the grocery things. After that, I had every opportunity for doing so. Anil had given me a key to the door and I could come and go as I pleased. He was the most trusting person I ever had met in my life. So Anil had trusted Hari Singh. He had also given an extra key to the house. So that was the first person in Hari Singh's life who had trusted him so much. Hari Singh hadn't had such a friend who had ever trusted because of his profession. So Anil was the first person who had trusted him ever. And that is why it was so difficult to rob him, and that was the reason that made it difficult for Hari Singh to rob Anil, because he trusted him. It's easy to rob a greedy man because he can afford to be robbed, but it's difficult to rob a careless man. Sometimes it doesn't even notice he has been robbed, and that takes all the pleasure of the work. And that was the experience of Hari Singh, that sometimes it is difficult to rob a careless man who didn't even care that he has been robbed, and that is when it takes all the pleasure of doing the work, of doing the, what is the work that's been discussed over here? Work of robbing the other people. Okay, well, it's time I did some real work. I told myself I am out of practice, and if I hadn't take that money, he'll only waste it on only his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. So that was the reason Hari Singh gave to himself only, that I am going to rob Anil anyway, because he after all didn't even pay me. And on the other hand, if I am not going to rob Anil, one or the other day he is only going to waste that money on his friends only. So there is that was the reason that Hari Singh is giving to satisfy himself only. Okay, next is, Anil was asleep. A beam of, okay, now at the midnight, Hari Singh planned to steal Anil. That he had seen that money that he had tucked just under the mattress. He tried to steal that money to rob Anil now. Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony, fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor considering the situation. Okay, at the midnight, Hari Singh woke up and he was sitting on the floor, and he was waiting for the particular moment, for the right moment to do his job. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed, and he had already made up his mind that if he is going to do the robbing thing, he is going to rob Anil, he will be able to catch the 10:30 express, the 10:30 train that used to head to Lucknow. And slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed, and slowly he approached towards the bed where Anil was sleeping. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine were mostly scars. And as Hari Singh approached the bed where Anil was sleeping, what he saw, he could see Anil's face that was quite clear and that was unlined. Okay, now he is, as you can see in the picture also, he crept across the, just along the floor and to do his job. My hand slid under the mattress searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out without making a noise. And as Hari Singh approached the mattress, he just slipped down his hand under the mattress, and as soon as he approached that bundle of money, he just took them out, he just drew them out without making any noise. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled. What's the meaning of startled? Suddenly shocked or alarmed, and quickly crawled out of the room. And as soon as Hari Singh, he just had that money in his hand, he slowly, without making any sound, drew that money out of the mattress, from under the mattress, and he quickly crawled out of the room. Now he is trying to escape. When I was on the road, now Hari Singh had that money he had drawn out from under the mattress of Anil, and he has come out of the house. When I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes on my waist, so he tucked that money, that whole bundle of notes, along his waist, held there by the string of my pajamas. So he tucked that money by the string of his pajamas. Next, I slowed down to walk and counted the notes. That was about 600 rupees in 50s. I could live like an oil rich herb for about a week or two. Okay, and as he ran towards the railway station, on his way he stopped, he slowed down to count the money, and that was about 600 rupees and in notes of 50s. So there were about 12 notes in all. Alright, 12 notes of 50 rupees. I could live like an oil rich herb for a week or two. So as Anil counted that money, that was about 600 rupees, and he thought that he could spend for about a week or so, just like an oil rich herb who spend their luxurious lives. When I reached the station, I did not sleep. I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the platform. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. Okay, now with that money that he had stolen from Anil, Hari Singh reached the platform where the Lucknow Express was just about to leave the station. He could easily climb up or to board the train. The train had still to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages, but I hesitated for some reason I don't know or I couldn't explain, and I lost the chance to get away. Okay, and as soon as Hari Singh reached the platform, the Lucknow Express was still there, and he could have easily jumped into one of the carriages onto that train, but because of some reason he couldn't explain, he couldn't get away with that money, and that was the reason he couldn't explain to himself also. So he lost the chance to get away that night. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. What is the meaning of deserted? Emptied. I had no idea where to spend the night. I had no friends, believing that friends were no more trouble than help. So, as soon as the train had left the station, he had no idea where to go because he do not had any true friends. No one trusted him actually. And I did not want to make anyone curious by staying into one of the small hotels near the station. Okay, and if he would have stayed in one of the station near the station, one of the hotels near the station, that would have been an alarming for Anil or for Hari Singh. After that, the only person I knew really well was the man I had just robbed. And who is the man that's been discussed over here? The man is Anil. And the only person Hari Singh knew enough was the man who had trusted him enough and who to whom he had robbed that money. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. Now he had left the station and he's been walking through the local bazaar, local market. In my short career as a thief, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. Okay, now this was the experience that the narrator, that Hari Singh, is sharing. And according to him, the greedy man showed fear, the rich man showed anger, and the poor man showed acceptance. And that was the whole life experience of Hari Singh, that how different kinds of people would react after they have been robbed. According to him, the greedy man showed fear, the rich man would show anger, and the poor man would show acceptance. So that was the experience of Hari Singh. But I knew that Anil's face, when he discovered about the theft, about the robbery, he would show only a touch of sadness, and that sadness would just be because of the loss of trust and not the loss of money. And that as he had stayed with Anil, as Hari Singh had stayed with Anil for a time being, he knew that how Anil is going to react. He would uh, get sad not because of the loss of the money, but because of the loss of the trust, because he had trusted Hari Singh so much. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on the bench. The night was chilly. It was early November, and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Soon it was raining quite heavily, and Hari Singh, as he was passing by that bazaar, he sat down on one of a bench, and suddenly it started to rain. Now, after that, what happened? My shirt and my pajamas stuck in my skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face, and that was a chilly weather. His shirt and his pajamas stuck to his skin, as because of the rain he got wet, and all that money that also got damped with the rainwater. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. And after that, after passing through that Maidan, after passing the bazaar, he went to the Maidan. He sat on to one of the benches. After that, he went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of a clock tower. Later on, the time that the clock tower showed was about midnight. It was about midnight. That means about 12 o'clock. I felt for the notes. They were damp from the rain. What is the meaning of damp? Damp means wet. Because of the rain, the note that's been ducked around the waist with the cord of the pajamas, that also got wet because of the rain. Anil's money, in the morning he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema, but now I had it all. So Hari Singh, he knew that in the morning, if he hadn't robbed Anil, he would have surely given him 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinemas, but he had it all at that particular time. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write the whole sentences anymore. So Hari Singh knew that on the very next day Anil would have himself given 2 or 3 rupees, and but all that money, with all that money, he couldn't cook his meals or run to the bazaar or learn to write the whole sentences anymore now. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. Okay, he knew the value of education. So Hari Singh knew that with that money he is not going to he won't be able to cook for Anil, he won't be able to buy his groceries, he won't be able to learn any more sentences to make full sentences, and he knew that one day after learning of making full sentences he could surely make a few more 100 rupees than he was possessing, he was having at that particular moment. It was simple a matter of steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught, and that was a regular thing for Hari Singh, because it was just simple as a matter of stealing and getting caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and a respectable man, was something else. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. Okay, now he wasn't having anything, he wasn't have any place to go to, so Hari Singh planned to go back to Anil. And what was the reason that he gave to himself? That if not for anything else, just to learn to read and write, that was the reason he was giving to himself, that I should approach Anil and go back to his house again. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous, but it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. Okay, now Hari Singh returned to the house because he was having the key. So he opened the door quietly, and then he stood in the doorway in the clouded moonlight. And after that, what he did? Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed, and my hand came up to with the notes. I felt his breath on my hand, and as Hari Singh approached toward the mattress again, he tried to place that bundle of money that he had robbed, he had stolen. He tried to place that bundle of notes under the mattress again. So he crept along the head of the mattress where Anil was sleeping. I remained still for a moment, then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the notes. Okay, and as he approached the mattress where Anil was sleeping, and without making any noise, any disturbance, he was successful in placing that whole bundle of notes of 600 rupees in all under the mattress again. I awoke late next morning to find that Anil had already made tea. He stretched out his hand toward me. Okay, and as Hari Singh woke up next morning, what he see? Anil had already made tea, and he stretched out his hand towards me. And as Hari Singh woke up, what he saw? Anil had served him with tea, and he approached his hand towards Anil. And what was there in his hand? There was a 50 rupee note between his fingers. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. And as soon as he approached his hands, he stretched his hand towards me, towards Hari Singh. So between the fingers, he was holding a note of 50 rupees. And for the very first moment, what Hari Singh realized, he thought that his robbery, his act of robbing has been discovered, and he has been discovered for doing that activity the previous night. I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you will be paid regularly. Now, and that while stretching out those fingers, that hand with the money towards Anil, or towards Hari Singh, Anil said that yesterday I had made money, and from now on you will be paid on regular basis. I am going to pay you regularly. After that, my spirit rose, but when I took the note, I saw it was still wet from the last night's rain. Okay, as Hari Singh, he also stretched his hand to fetch that money from Anil. He could still feel the dampness, the wet, the note that uh, he was having from Anil. It just you could say that appeared to be wet to Hari Singh, and he knew why it was wet. Today we'll start sentences, he said, and the another sentence that the another line, the another thing that Anil said to Hari Singh was that from now on we are going to start with writing the full sentences. He knew, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. What anything that's been discussed over here? That Anil knew about the previous night's activity, but still he didn't showed anything. He didn't try to express anything about it. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, but this time it came itself and without any effort. And that was then when Anil said that from now on we'll be starting with making the full sentences, and in reply to that, as a gesture, Hari Singh just smiled at Anil, and that smile came out as naturally without making any effort. So that was then Hari Singh's mind or attitude changed. So that was the story. I hope you understand it. So that will be all for today's session. Thank you. Have a nice day.